Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you the stuff that are included in my sunflower collection, along with the backstory of how this collection came to be and why I chose the sunflower as the subject. So I'm going to start off with introducing the products that are in the sunflower collection, just because I want to spend most of this video explaining like the background. So here are the stuff that are included in this collection. So first is the notebook. It is a matte cover and it has 120 pages. The pages are dark grit white. At the back of the notebook there is a cardboard that makes the notebook very sturdy. So here is the front cover, the inside front, the back side front, and the back cover. Then we have the notepad. I believe there's 50 sheets in this notepad, but I'm not entirely sure because I kind of forgot. If it's not 50 sheets, I'll put the correct number in the video. As you can see, there's a green border around the notepad and two sunflowers at two of the corners, and then at the other two corners I have the word sunlight and then hope, along with yellow dots that frame the inside of the notepad. Next is the washi tape. This one wasn't originally going to be included, but I wanted to include washi tape. This is my very first washi tape and I'm happy that it turned out good. I was very nervous about designing the washi tape, that's why. As you can see, the main color of the background is black, and then there is these gray bars that are in front of the black, and then we have the sunflowers. If you're somebody who looks at detail, you might notice it, but the sunflowers and the yellow dots are kind of off and they're not evenly spaced. And the reason I did this is because one of the themes that I wanted to present with this washi tape was breaking out of perfection, hence why there's like gray bars on the washi tape to kind of symbolize breaking out of the cage, I guess. So then we have the memo pads. The memo pads are just another version of the notepads. These ones I didn't actually do anything heavy with them in regards to like themes or anything like that. They're just memo pads. I wanted to create something that would have enough space and were kind of faded in a way so that you would be able to see writing on them. So yeah, that's why there's not much going on with the memo pads. Same thing with the pins. They were like just an extra thing that I included just to kind of include stuff that were on the lower side of cost, money, you know what I mean? Yeah, just like a lower thing. And if you're wondering about the pens, I got like a sample pen and I've been using it for the past 2 months and the pen is still going good. It is a ballpoint pen. So the blanket is a last minute addition. I wasn't originally going to include it because I wanted a sunflower blanket for myself, and since I ended up liking the design, I ended up including it in the collection. So as you can see, it is just like frame after frame of sunflowers. And I designed it to look like you were either walking down a path of sunflowers or you were falling into a path of sunflowers, you know, something like that. I was just kind of playing around with that idea. Again, I was just kind of playing around with the theme of there's always light in the darkness. So that's why the background is black and that's why you're falling into sunflowers or walking down the path of sunflowers to kind of symbolize that you're surrounded by hope somewhere in the dark. But yeah, like I said, I really love the blanket. I've been sleeping with it almost every night. It's soft. It is kind of thin and I wouldn't call it like a winter blanket. I would probably use it during the summer months when it's kind of warmer. So at the moment, these are the things I have so far. I ordered pins and charms, but they're not here yet. Hopefully they can get here before January 28th, which is the release date. We still have about 2 weeks, so hopefully they get here. Also, I am including a handmade card, art print, and a sticker. But those are not finished yet either. I did those things last just because they are stuff that I can make at home. And now I'm gonna kind of get into like the backstory about how the collection came to be, and like I said, why I chose the sunflower. The sunflower is my favorite, well, one of my favorite flowers, and it also is like kind of a comfort flower. You know, whenever I see it, I just get happy. And it's often a flower that I think about when I am like sad or depressed, really. So that's why I said it's like a comfort flower. And to me, whenever I do see the sunflower, I just get reminded of hope. And in May 2020, I was kind of going through like some negative emotions a lot, just because one, I was kind of confused spiritually. Two, I was like really nervous about school because I, one, wasn't sure if I wanted to continue my education, and two, stuff were happening in regards to like scholarships and stuff like that. Like deans were getting held up. I was just like kind of in a weird space where I wasn't really sure where my future and deans were gonna play out. But mostly it was the spiritual side of me that was really showing up during May 2020. So in the prior months before May 2020, I was getting exposed to like a lot of information about different religions and different spiritual practices. And it got to the point where I was getting kind of overwhelmed, because then I started questioning what I believed in a little bit. And yeah, there's just like a lot of confusion and like questioning about stuff, which I am like generally open to. You know, I am pretty open-minded when it comes to like religion and spirituality and, you know, stuff like that. But I think it was just like that overloading of information that kind of set me off a little bit, and my brain didn't know how to handle it. And that mainly was like the root of like all the confusion and like negative emotions I was feeling. All of that built up to the point where I cried for like 30 minutes. That was like a weird, good cry, but at the same time it wasn't. I don't know. But okay, so while I was in my room crying, I kind of was getting really frustrated because I wasn't sure if what I was doing was like the right thing and if I was on the right path and, you know, stuff like that. So I talked to myself a lot, and I was openly talking to myself about what I was believing in, what I was going to do in regards to school, and like in general what I was going to do once I stopped going to school, because that was something I was also kind of worried about. Since I was talking out loud to myself, I decided to direct my questioning towards my spirit guides and guardian angel. And yeah, I talked out loud towards them. And like after I was done, I asked that if I am on the right path, I would like to receive a sunflower as like a confirmation to show that I was on the right path and what I was doing was right. So that happened in May 2020, and of course, no sunflowers came my way immediately. For the next few months, I saw nothing, which I fully understand, because, you know, human time is very, very different from other beings' time. You know, our time is probably more quicker than theirs. So I fully understood that, but still I was just kind of getting frustrated that I wasn't seeing anything until August 2020. In August, I had a dream that I walked out of this building, and when I looked outside, sky was just pitch black and there was nothing in the sky at all. There was no sun, no moon, no stars. There was nothing. It was just a black void. The building was on concrete, you know, and past the concrete parking lot a little bit. Beyond the building, there was a field, but you couldn't really see past the field that much. Like at most, I could see probably like 30 feet And then after 30 feet, it was just pitch black. I couldn't see anything else. But as I was looking around, I just felt very alone and felt very scared a little bit. Like it was just very suffocating to be watching all this darkness around me. And I was like kind of looking around hoping that there was like something that would distract me. And I ended up looking to my left and I saw out of the concrete pavement, whatever, there was something growing out of it, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what it was. It was a sunflower that was growing up, and it was about 4 feet tall, and it had like a very thick stem, and the sunflower itself was large, like I would say like human sized large. And when I saw it, I was relieved and like just happy a little bit. And I told myself that I had to memorize how the sunflower looked, because when I woke up, I probably wasn't going to remember it. Yeah, that was just more like a mental note to myself to memorize the flower so you remember it when you wake up. I was just staring at the sunflower and memorizing how the petals look, how it was standing. And from my view, the sunflower was the center and everything around it was black. You can kind of see why I chose to use black and why the sunflower is on the black. So like the washi tape, the notebook, the blanket are meant to kind of mimic what I saw in my dream. So that was in August 2020. And when I woke up from that dream, I was kind of frustrated and disappointed because I didn't want like a metaphorical or like a dream state flower. I wanted to get a sunflower physically, like in actual life. So after August, I did not see anything in regards to sunflowers. 2020 went, and then 2021 came. Still didn't see anything or get anything. And I didn't forget about what I asked for. I just kind of put it in my subconscious and just kept it in there for like the first half of the year. Sometimes that memory of what I asked for would come out at night, but I would just kind of push off the dot and just forget about it, just because I figured it probably wasn't going to happen anyways. And I kind of concluded that it wasn't worth putting energy to think about, just because I figured that it would be impossible to get a sunflower, just because I never really received sunflowers. So yeah. So that's what I ended up doing for the first half of 2021 until August 2021. If you didn't know, August is when I celebrate my birthday, so I'm a Leo. Sometimes on my birthday or like around my birthday, my oldest brother will give me flowers, which always makes me happy because, I love when he thinks about me on my birthday, and I love getting the flowers that he gets. And he usually gets like the store-bought flowers, like the flowers that are kind of dyed, like dyed different colors, like orange, pink, blues, those kind of flowers. But yeah, he always gets those flowers, and if he gets me flowers, those are the flowers I would expect him to get. But this year, well, not this year, I meant 2020, he didn't get store-bought flowers. He actually ended up getting flowers from someone that was selling them on the street. So for one, that was different. And the flower, again, I'm pretty sure you can guess what it was. It was a sunflower. That of course surprised me because one, like I said, he never gives me anything but store-bought, and two, I never gotten sunflowers before. So you can imagine how surprised I was to actually for once get sunflowers. And when I got them, I kind of knew in my soul that this was related to what I had been asking for, which was physical sunflowers, and that this was a confirmation that I was on the right path. So yeah, I was just very happy to get it. So that's basically like the background of why, like how the collection came to be. It's just basically me asking for flowers and getting them. And because I was like so happy that I got confirmation and that I got sunflowers for the first time, I ended up drawing the flowers digitally, and because I liked how it looked, I decided, you know what, let's just make like something related to this. So at first it was, what was it? It was memo pads, but then I ended up expanding to blankets and washi tape and a notebook. Thinking back about it right now, if I had gotten the sunflowers immediately, it would have been like a weird timey thing because I wasn't really doing nothing. And like there was like nothing really to confirm because I was out of school. I was taking like a semester break. It was supposed to be a semester. It ended up turning into a year break because stuff happened. And the only thing that I was really doing was YouTube uploading things. That was pretty much it. When I asked for sunflowers, I didn't start my Etsy shop just yet. I started that in July. And I asked for sunflowers in May. If I gotten them immediately, there wouldn't have been nothing to confirm because I wasn't doing nothing. So sorry, my phone glitched out and I thought that it didn't film the original video. So I kind of got frustrated and just gave up on it. But it turns out that it did save it. But yeah, my phone just glitched out. And I reached my time limit because my phone can only film up to 30 minutes. So yeah, just gonna like do like the quick ending. Towards the end of 2020, I kind of just gave up on like trying to deal with spirituality for a while until 2021, like the latter half of 2021, so like around early September. That's when I started slowly getting back into spirituality, and I kind of reset my mind a little bit. So yeah, that's why I kind of said that my spirit guides and guardian angel was just kind of waiting until I got back into the correct mindset to kind of confirm that everything was okay spiritually too. I don't have nothing else to say, so I think that is the end of the video. It still feels like I do have some stuff to say, but I'm not really sure what else I need to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the video right here. Thank you for watching this long video and for wanting to learn about my products that are in the sunflower collection and like the backstory, you know, stuff like that. The sunflower collection is gonna be released on my Etsy shop on January 28th, which is like a weekish from now. Okay, so anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I hope you have a nice day, morning or night. Bye. Later.